I had a stroke 6 months ago. When it first happened, I was confused. I really didn't know what's going on because I was 18 and I had a stroke. So it took a while for me, even when I was in the hospital, to realize that I had a stroke, and I really couldn't move my arm and my leg. I thought that I would regain that after the surgery or something like that, but no, it took a while for me to understand that it was long term. It was something that I had to work at.
We spend a lot of time on basic activities in the developmental sequence, just like a child would learn how to roll and to crawl. We're doing the same thing, just at a very different level with a brain that's had some damage.
When you've had neurologic injury, you have to have a relearning process of how to use that limb again, because it's not that automatic task that we take for granted anymore.
I was working hard throughout the day, and it was a lot of work.
The big one for us is walking, getting up, and that's by far everyone's goal in physical therapy. I want to walk.
Within the first couple weeks, I could stand, and then slowly I was able to walk.
When they get to the point where they can walk, and Daniela was a classic example, okay, once she got up, she went.
Walking used to be second nature to me, and now it's I really have to think about it.
We might have 40 patients here on an inpatient unit, and each one of them has a different reason for why they might want to walk. Maybe it's a new parent that wants to be able to move with their child. Maybe it's an athlete that can't quite fathom that they'll never be able to be an athlete again. And you try to figure out on a personal, individual level with each patient what it is that motivates them to get better.
I'm hoping that I'll go back to Oregon for school, and that entails walking around the campus.
Walking is something that most of us take for granted, but people who have lost the ability to walk have to think through every single step.
Before, whereas the happiness might have come from a 1-mile walk, you'll see here it comes from going 25 feet in the parallel bars or 25 feet with a walker.
Because people always want to walk, but that might be someone's long-term goal. And unless you have a short-term goal in between that actually keeps them being realistic about what they can do and can get to, then sometimes they lose hope. And hope is something I think that we strive to keep alive.
A few months ago, I wouldn't be able to walk, so I feel good that I can do that now. It made me feel wow, this is good. This is what I was working for. I didn't used to walk for fun. Now I do.